If you're looking for the best wideband gauges, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have uego air/fuel wideband gauge. Kicking off our list is this AEM wideband gauge, featuring an easy-to-read LED display and color-changing needle. The handy device makes it easy to keep track of the changes from rich to lean in your car's engine. Thanks to its 50-tune housing, the versatile gauge will fit into the majority of gauge pods. The display itself can be remotely mounted almost anywhere in the vehicle, helping drivers or navigators to keep an eye on fuel ratios. Every AEM gauge features a 0.5V analog output, compatible with data loggers and practically any engine management system. In use, it's highly responsive and accurate, thanks to a Bosch uego sensor housed inside. The gauge also features interchangeable faceplates and bezels, making it simple to achieve the ideal look for your car. To help you get started, the device comes with everything you'll need for a hassle-free installation, including a weld and bung. Unfortunately, there's one potential problem with this wideband gauge kit. Some users say it arrives dead, meaning it immediately has to be replaced. Make sure to check yours as soon as it arrives, so you'll be able to get it swapped out for one that works. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Autometer Ultra-Lite Wideband Gauge Kit. If you're looking for top-of-the-line features and don't mind paying a little more for them, the Autometer Ultra-Lite Wideband Gauge Kit is a great option. This handy gauge comes as part of a convenient kit, ensuring you have everything you need to set up your new device. A wiring harness, weld and bung output sensor, mounting hardware, and detailed instructions are all included. Featuring a Bosch LSU sensor, the gauge provides excellent accuracy and an impressively quick response time. Once in place, the gauge emits a 0.4V output, which can be transferred into the majority of data loggers, ECUs, and laptops running tuning software. If you don't have access to a laptop, it's easy to see your engine's air/fuel ratio at a glance thanks to the bright LED display. This, along with a radial bar graph display, makes the data easy to see at a glance. This handy kit is compatible with almost all street cars and race cars for impressively diverse usage. Unfortunately, the included instructions are pretty useless and unhelpful. Some drivers may also dislike the countdown feature, which counts down from 15 when the gauge is taking readings, meaning there's a bit of a delay for it to get up and running. The number 3 position is held by AEM X Series Wideband Gauge. The best feature of the AEM X Series Wideband Gauge. It's the display and the striking modern faceplate. The 7-segment center display makes it easy to read on the go, while X digital technology allows the device to measure a wide array of outputs that other sensors can't. For ease of use, its display is actually 87% larger than other options on the market, allowing drivers and navigators to glean an accurate reading as quickly as possible. The gauge includes a 0.5V output port for accurate data logging whatever device or engine management system is used. Thanks to its impressive response time, the gauge offers drivers a safe, powerful, and accurate tune. Users reported that the device warmed up much faster than many options on the market. Keep in mind that if you do happen to have any issues with the sensor on the device, you won't be able to get it replaced since it isn't covered under the manufacturer's warranty. Next at number 4 we have Innovate Motorsports Wideband Gauge. The impressive Innovate Motorsports Wideband Gauge is a fantastic product for those who want to get info ASAP. It's speedy and efficient, and the gauge not only displays the engine's air/fuel ratio, but it can also provide feedback on the vehicle's uego sensors. Featuring a super fast analog output speed, the gauge ensures that you'll clearly see any changes to air/fuel ratio live, feeding this data through the ECU engine control unit. Thanks to Bosch LSU technology, these readings are highly accurate. The gauge is specially designed for high-performance applications and forced inductions, too, making it a great option for racing vehicles. Thanks to the gauge's 50-tune diameter, it's easy to swap faceplates and bezels for a fully customized appearance. And you'll really like the bright LED display, which makes the air/fuel ratio easy to read at a glance. We're safe on the go monitoring. The biggest drawback to this speedy wideband gauge is its longevity. When it works, It works wonderfully, but it tends to burn out and fail within months. If you aren't looking for a long-term product, it'll serve you well for the short term. The number 5 position is held by GlowShift 10-color digital wideband air/fuel ratio AFR gauge. For an aftermarket wideband gauge, the GlowShift GST-CD2W is excellent as it has a lot to offer. One of this product's key highlights is the self-calibrating function that ensures the gauge is at optimal performance from the start. The display is also fantastic because it will allow for easy reading even at a glance. Also, you get to choose the display color you prefer from 10 options. The 10-foot sensor's harness is longer than what many aftermarket gauges will give you. And for the sensor, this gauge uses the advanced and highly accurate 4.9 LSU wideband oxygen sensor. Because the mounting hardware and instructions are part of the package, you can be sure of an easy time setting up this wideband gauge. While this model could be a little faster, the speed is still higher than most other aftermarket ones within its class out there. The number 6 position is dominated by AEM 2-gauge display set. The AEM display set comes as a wideband gauge and a boost pressure gauge combo. Hence, you get the 2 important tools required for tuning your engine in one package. The wideband gauge is quite impressive with its 1020 AFR range, and it is supported by the pressure gauge's 30 to 35 psi range, which is ideal for both fuel injector and carburetor motors. All have digital scales with digital LED displays on the middle section and an outer LED needle, making the gauges easy to read. Also, you get a universal 50-tune housing size, which can fit in most gauge pods. Additionally, all of them come with interchangeable black and white faceplates, as well as black and silver bezels, which customize their looks to your preference. While this is a little more expensive option, it should be obvious as it comes as a set with 2 handy tools in one. If you consider the cost of buying them separately, it is clear you still get a good deal with this combo set. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Innovate Motorsports 3873 dB. With the Innovate Motorsports 3873 dB, you can be sure of a hassle-free time when it comes to the installation as it has with everything you will need. Better still, the manufacturer also provides clear directions on what to do. Besides the easy installation, you also do not have any issues reading the data as this unit comes with a bright and clear LED display with 2 color options, blue and red. Another element that makes this a unique wideband gauge is the powerful logwork software. The software will allow for high-speed wideband data logging, and users can also add several sensor interfaces or log data for 5 main parameters directly to a PC. The few drawbacks are that this is a vehicle-specific gauge, and it may need recalibration before use. Recalibration is quite simple, and provided you have a compatible vehicle, you should not have any issues. The number 8 position is held by PLX Devices DM6 sm-afr Genfer gauge combo. PLX Devices DM6 is a versatile multipurpose gauge that does much more than just measuring the AFR ratio. You can see mass airflow, short time fuel along with RPM both in numeric and graphical form any instant of time due to highly advanced sensor module containing 16 sensors. The DM6 sports a touchscreen, high-contrast OLED display for splendid visibility. A standard 50-tune 21/16 gauge housing ensures an easy fit in most of the gauge pods. 3 capacitive buds are there for multifunctional usage. The 4th generation of the product uses Bosch's latest LSU 4.9 wideband oxygen sensor as the main ornament of the gauge. It is much faster, more durable, and power efficient than the previous generation. Fuels like gasoline, biodiesel, ethanol, methanol, E85, LPG, and CNG are compatible with the wideband controller. The oxygen sensor reaction time is displayed from 10 ms to 1000 ms. Both the narrowband 01V and wideband 05V are supported for interfacing with third-party devices. There's another digital serial output. You can use all 3 outputs simultaneously. The wideband output is ideal for interfacing with ECU and data loggers, and the narrowband is for stock narrowband oxygen sensor replacement. Advanced soft start technology will prolong your oxygen sensor's life. Next at number 9, we have Innovate Motorsports 3796 dB RED Wideband Air/Fuel Gauge Kit. DB Red Wideband AFR gauge arrives with a jet black faceplate. Along with the dark faceplate, a bright orange neon display creates a perfect combination for comfortable viewing experience either in bright or in dim lighting scenarios. The gauge supports the latest Bosch's 4.0 SU sensor that ensures efficient and quick response times so you can get the reading in real time. Moreover, calibrating the oxygen sensor will also ensure that you will get the result with maximum accuracy. Again, the product comes with the latest LC2 wideband controller to offer you far more than just looking at the ratios. Two configurable analog outputs of 0V to 5V range can be seen as the output of the wideband gauge. Analog outputs are ideal for the scenarios when you are interfacing the gauge with any aftermarket ECU or using as data loggers. The AFR range of the gauge is quite long compared with the other gauges, from 7.4 to 22.4. The gauge is of a more conventional shape of 52 to 1/16 inch, making it super easy to fit into any gauge pods and also vertically mountable. A complete package consisting of a weld-on bung and some programming cables is shipped along with the wideband gauge. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by GlowShift Elite 10-color wideband air/fuel ratio gauge kit. GlowShift's high-performance wideband gauge Elite 10 is designed to be beast inside, keeping beauty on top. It sports an LED display of 10 color modes that are tinted and also demonstrates a stealth-like feature when not active. To comfort your eyes during night-long drives, the brightness of the gauge reduces automatically. Two buttons are for you to change colors, display high-low warnings, and other multifunctional usages. The 4.0 SU wideband oxygen sensor is the backbone of the gauge that measures the ratio from 10 to 20 with unparalleled accuracy. Benefits including maximized engine power along with performance and higher fuel efficiency are achieved in the previous generation 4.2 SU sensors. A 13-inch wideband oxygen sensor offers a more versatile usage like adjusting the high-low function warning or remembering the last peak value. If you are into data logging, two of the analog 0.5V outputs will meet your needs perfectly. The gauge is incredibly mobile for the size of only two 1/16 inch and easily mountable using the traditional pods. However, the manufacturer does provide gauge pods to mount on top of dashboards. All installation hardware along with the harnesses are delivered with the package. That's all for today. We upload auto product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.